Welcome back to the final part of the Paru's Custom Corner Touhou project set submitted to us by Earth Weep and Fire. I am joined again by Mr. Pattywagon,
Hello, hello.
and
And
I would like to read this first card just because I have
really?
something extra special to show everyone.
Okay, feel free.
So this is Frail Librarian, Patchouli Knowledge. Name is spelt wrong. It should say knowledge, like the English word knowledge, not knowledge.
Ah,
When this card is placed on stage from hand, mill 2. If there's a climax among them, rest this card. All of your characters in front of this card get plus 500 power, and pay 1, rest this card, brainstorm. For each climax, search for a character, and then shuffle your deck. I have something silly to show you all if I can dig this out of my folder real quick. Uh-oh. Not seeing it.
a lot of these
Oh
blue
no,
cards are
talk
going to
for
be
me,
related to the
Alice.
moon. Is this also moon verse person?
Oh no, this character is with the standby characters we saw, the
Yeah,
vampires. She's their
yeah.
librarian. Oh,
Oh,
found it.
okay.
Okay, so I made this card in 2016. It is the same character. Um, brains. Notably, I just want to point out the fact that both of these are brainstorm. Both of these are on play mill 2. If you hit a climax, rest this card.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, and
Hmm.
and I so I'm gonna assume that they didn't just copy the one I made. There's
I'm
actually
gonna.
pretty good lore reasons for that. She has like asthma, and she's really smart, she's really powerful, but is physically very like prone to getting sick all the time. So mill 2, you get sick, rest the card.
Sure, I like that.
Yeah.
Um, I like that flavor, and I like that like design. I think there's something cool. There's a cool tension in this card, like uh as like a card that you want to put in your deck. Uh, um, I didn't play very much with the Hololive Shion Brainstorm, the one that sometimes doesn't untap, and
Uh-huh.
but I really enjoy watching Hololive players look at their brainstorm and see that it's not untapping and regret putting that card in their deck. Um, I think that there's something cool about the unreliability of such a powerful back row. That's
Yes.
pretty cool. As far as like, so I guess that's two things: is balance and strength. I think that should be 1K bigger. So,
Yes. Mine was
assist.
under spec too.
Oh yeah, I bit my tongue there. Assist 500 is worth 1500 power, and then rest self search brainstorm is worth 1000 power. So we've used up 25,000 in budget.
2500.
Okay, yes, 2500 in budget. So if we ignored the first effect, this would be on spec.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be
She
really
should be a little
good,
better.
like an excellent brainstorm, but it would be balanced and on spec. But then we've added on this demerit, which earns it back another 1K in budget. So this could be bigger. Would you put this in a deck, Paro? What's the competing brainstorm?
I
I've
don't
already forgotten.
remember. Yeah. Hang on. Let's do a
Probably
bit
a
of
double
looking. I
R.
know. I know that it wasn't. Definitely was not blue, or it definitely wasn't
We
red. I
have
mean.
the
Uh.
Alice doll maker. I don't know if
Oh
we want
yeah,
to.
yeah. That was the only other one I think. This was a salvage brainstorm and gave rolling power. Uh, our level 1 combo. What did it do again? Assuming that we're playing this, it is a salvage. So, if we're rocking the salvage level 1 combo, we might want the search brainstorm to go with it.
Sure. Yeah. I think the only other competitor would be that Amagi, the Bofuri Amagi. That so far
Yes.
as like uh functionality for a deck. But yeah, I think I think I would still play this, even with the unreliability added to the brainstorm, because frontal 5 is good.
Yes.
Tacking on power onto this back row is good. But you're going C plus. Brainstorms, we typically, from what I see, you give Bs because brainstorm is just good. B for
B
brainstorm.
for brainstorm. Okay, hang on.
Yeah.
So, sure. You know what? I'll go with the B minus, which is like it's not even a difference, but just to have that B. There are going to be games if you play this card where
Yes.
you're going to be, oh man, I just got a brainstorm right now, and I'm going to hit like 2 climaxes, and I mill through the rest of my deck, and then I have like a good refresh, and everything is, the world is, excellent. We're all happy. And you're going to play this card down and mill 2 climaxes, it's going to rest itself, and you have no way to mill your deck with 0 climaxes.
The bad states, the game states where this card screws you are very, very, very bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mandatory mill 2 on play. Sometimes you have to play this in your front row later in the game, and potentially losing an attack because of that is beyond frustrating.
Yeah. But hopefully the power will earn
Yeah.
you enough over the course of a game that it'll make up for it.
It is free early deck speed, which is cool. Maybe this could be a Xi'an brainstorm. Maybe this could mill
Cool
5.
card. It could. You have the budget for it.
And balance, it's a little under.
Yeah.
We're saying 1,000 more. Neat. This one's you.
Next is a level 0 Goddess of the Market, Shimata Tenkyu. On play, pay 3 to stock swap. She's liberating their stock. And then shift level 0. This is cool. I'm a fan.
Yeah. Shift does not need to be the top clock, right? It just needs to be in your clock somewhere.
Correct. And I think that says a lot about how uncommonly shift is put into decks.
That I had to clarify.
Yeah. But it's a really cool effect to put on something like this. That it'll be like a one of in your deck, and then sometimes it just gets way easier to find it.
Yeah, you just have an extra way to add it to your hand.
Yeah, I agree. I like that way more. Also, shift is just a cool mechanic. So I think I like this enough to go B minus.
Yeah, I like this card too. Flavor, she's making you spend your money.
Sure, I like the idea of stock manipulation as.
And balance, it looks fine to me.
I agree.
Unless you've tricked me into giving it the plus.
Nope.
Alright. We got Hungry Spirit, Yuko Saigyoji. We got 4 effects on here. If the green clock bomb is in your clock, this card gets -1 level in your hand. It gets plus 1,000 power for every marker underneath this card. When this card is placed on stage, you may heal the bottom card of your clock. And when the battle opponent becomes reversed, you may look at the top card of your deck. If you do, marker it.
We liked that. I liked that green clock bomb as a card that I'd be okay with putting multiple copies of in the deck. So as a early play condition, it's not a bad one. So that's something cool going for it.
I think having your early play condition being a different color from your early play brings up potential for disaster.
Yeah, as far as like deck building decisions, it puts a lot of stress on colors. If blue is not already your level 1 color, that is true. That is a great point. What do you think about this markering effect to get bigger? Most famously, we saw something like it on Ray Zero Rem, which
is this
was a
the
very,
same
very
effect
good card
as that
back
one?
in the day. It is very similar, but I think you'll recall Rem.
Oh, she just got a one from
Waiting Room. Okay. Correct.
Which is better.
Which is significantly better.
Oh,
part of the appeal was
it's better because this card heals on play.
Compression.
Yeah. So there's no chance you've ever played Vivid Strike before, right? Or
No, I
okay,
have the trial decks, but I didn't play the
well,
deck proper. No.
sure. Okay, well, Vivid Strike had a character with on attack, look at the
Yeah.
top card of your deck, put it underneath that card as a marker.
Yeah, sure.
And
I
what
played
did?
Darling in the Franks. And that was frustrating.
Oh, okay. So you're familiar with on attack, search your deck for a climax, put it underneath this card as a marker.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, obviously that is not what is going to happen every time, but like every time it does happen, it feels frustrating.
Yeah.
Especially if this card lives, because then you're given the choice of, oh my god, do I take the -1 climax compression,
Right.
or do I kill my early playoff by playing over
Yeah.
it?
So on a power level basis, I don't think this is great.
No.
For all those
Is
reasons,
it
I'll go
better?
C minus.
Is this the best early play we've seen? The Reimu was terrible. I don't remember if there was one in green or yellow.
There was the first yellow card was the like the 14/5 cross turn, but that's not a healing
Oh,
early play. That fights
right.
for board.
It was good, but it didn't heal.
Correct.
So maybe, well, maybe it's just a set that you just forego
Right.
a healer at level 2.
Possibly. What do you think about the flavor that she eats anything, climax or not?
Good flavor. She do be eaten a lot. That is kind of her thing.
She is not a picky eater, I guess.
No.
But this is balanced, even though we don't like it.
Way to go.
Next is Gap Yokai, Gap Moe, Yukari Yakumo. Level 0. When this card's battle opponent becomes reversed, you may put this into your memory. If you do, at draw phase, bring it back. So that's colloquially referred to as time machine. And second effect, pay 1, sack this, look up to 4, choose a fantasy trait, add it to hand, put the rest in the waiting room. And sometimes people call that eggs.
Or anger. I like anger.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that one. I like this card. Wish it were bigger.
It is neat.
But
but I wish it was bigger. I agree.
It is such a cool combo.
It's like the FGO coin flipper that had the pay 1 sack check 4.
That's right. And that was a workhorse for that deck. The FGO really leaned hard on that Ishtar level 0. Yeah, I like this a lot. It's not balanced. I think I've got that this could actually be 500 bigger. So this could be a better card. Egg is worth, or Anger Clone is worth 500 power budget. And then Time Machine, there are a lot of those out there. That's worth 500 power budget. So this could be 2K.
Oh,
As printed,
why is this
how good is it? Yeah,
as printed. Okay, I've played a lot of Haruhi before. Played a lot of Haruhi, Japanese, and Haruhi has a level 0 Mikuru. It's 2K. It's a time machine. That thing gets a reverse. That thing often crashes with things, and it's okay because you still get the plus.
Right.
This card is not crashing with 2Ks. This card is under 2Ks.
So you're saying that 500 power is critical.
I do think that 500 power is critical for dealing with like utility zeros.
To its benefit, we do have a brainstorm with an extra 500 power assist just tacked onto it.
Sure, but wouldn't that be even cooler if this card was already 2K?
Yeah, I agree.
But
maybe that brainstorm's existence makes
the downside less terrible.
It makes this work.
I do think this card is neat because like getting the reverse and then getting a card back and having the
not needing to find a lane for this to attack in, being able to cash it in.
So part of the problem with the Mikuru is that after you get the plus on it, you go to level 1 and she can't kill anything at level 1. But this card just cashes itself out for like, copy your level 1 combo or something. I think it's like almost really good. But
Yeah,
that 500 power actually is a huge problem.
I'll follow you.
It really
I think
wants that level 1.
I think
Well, 500
it would be
power.
it'd actually be. I haven't played against a lot of level 0 time machines, but I think that this would be a frustrating card to play against. Actually.
I agree.
Uh, so how flavorful is the Gap Moe, Gap Yokai, Yukari Yakumo?
She goes in portals and can come out
Oh,
of the
nice.
portals. Yeah, it's fine.
Nice.
Cool. We got combat made Sakuya Izayoi. On play, if you have another fantasy character, she gets plus 2,000 power for the turn. When this card attacks, if Lunar Clock is in your climax area and you have 2 or more other characters, look it up to 3. Take a card from among them, put it in your hand, put the rest in the waiting room. So it's Okayu, but it's on pants, like almost exactly, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It exactly with a much less cringe climax name. Hey, Pattywagon, you want to try touching my secret tum tum?
Oh my god, I never read that.
Have you really never read that before?
No, I have not. I see that Tum Tum now.
Yeah, the tum tum is out.
You were a fan of Iron Man from Marvel, right?
Yes.
Did you ever play that?
Okay, so I was a fan of that card, and then I stopped playing that card, and now I play it again. But that's irrelevant.
Okay. Yeah, because that has like a whole other piece of
That
text
card's
on it.
also a yeah.
That card's nuts.
Yeah.
This card seems fine. I've played against Okai. I have not played with this, but I've played against Okai, and it seems reasonable. Checking 3 is fine.
Yeah, I think this is fine.
Yeah, it makes me feel intense jealousy that I played with Fate Stay Night Ilya 5K on attack draw 1, and this one gets to check 3. This climax combo, for what it's worth, is extreme. It's much more expensive budget wise. This costs 1,000 power in budget to have this climax combo, whereas a lot of other combos cost only 500. So it is better for a reason. It costs more power than normal.
I don't know what Okayu got, but I think it's like really good. Well, I don't think it's really good. I think it's just like normal good.
Mm-hmm.
The climax assist that we saw, the Suwako, does work with pants as well.
The Suwako that we saw in green?
Yes. It was just when you trigger a climax, discard a climax, look at top 2.
I see.
So that card does. So if you wanted to play like Pants Bar with like the Utsuho level 3, that does work.
Sure.
There's no flavor here, unfortunately. Oops, this character can stop time. This character's Dio. Like if you're familiar with Dio from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, they stop time,
Okay.
they set a bunch of knives down, and then resume time, and you get hit by the knives.
Yeah, it's not getting across here.
Okay.
Next, Lunar Princess Kaguya Shinomiya. It's a level 1. When this attacks, choose one of your other fantasy trait characters, and that character gets. Yes, that's right. And that Shuchin character gets X power equal to the number of other fantasy characters. So that's Shimakai. And the second effect, at the beginning of Conquest Step, you can pay 1 if you have no other rested character to rest it.
This card's actually not terrible.
Yeah, it's surprising. It's kind of a complete package.
It is kind of a complete package. It's like a plussing off level 1 combo that directly benefits one of your level 1 combos because you can buff it over something.
Yeah.
I think this card's like actually pretty good.
I agree, and I think it could complement. I don't know how much it's worth talking about this, but I really like the idea of being able to grab something off like the combat made Comic Con we just saw and not worry about needing playables because you know that this is going to make sure you have
be
a
in one of your
playable
lanes
attacker
and
next
activate.
turn.
Yeah,
which is cool. So it works.
She's an immortal. She can revive herself. Well, she has to revive herself. That's all good. Balance seems fine. 500 and 500.
I agree. Also, before we move on, this kind of card is a workhorse in cube environments that are sort of low
Oh,
power.
I can imagine, dude. If you like draft a bunch of fantasy characters,
Yeah,
you're jamming.
This is everything you want. This is winning lanes and maintaining attackers. This is first pickable.
All right, so here we go. Let us all take in this next card together. We have Lunar Rabbit, Raisin Inaba. 2/1, 9,000 power. When this card is placed on the stage from hand, it gains 2,000 power for the turn. When this card's battle opponent becomes reversed, if House of Eternity is in your climax area, choose up to 2 fantasy characters in your waiting room, put them in any order into your stock. Look at up to 4 cards in the top of your deck, choose a fantasy character from among them, reveal it to your opponent, put it into your hand, put the rest into the waiting room. Where would you like to start?
What happened here?
Okay, so it's Kirito, right? That's like what we're going for.
Yeah, I think
we're trying to be
Kirito. Kirito is the most well-known analog, and Kirito has the harsh condition of having the card in memory.
Okay, let's bring up Kirito real quick, right?
Yeah.
Just so people can like kind of see what we're talking about. Hang on. So I gotta scroll through shit because unlike Alex or unlike Pattywagon here, I don't prepare anything at all.
I have
I'm going
another
raw.
less well-known analog.
Oh, really?
I'll have her just hiding at the bottom of the screen.
Who's that? I've never seen that character before.
Yeah.
Oh.
The thing is, I did the same thing that Paru was thinking, that I have to think where this combo. Like, comparing this to Kirito is extremely difficult because Kirito has that memory condition. So you just got to hope that if this person were to go from Kirito to this and just nailed the balance on it, that'd be extremely surprising. So, but there was another model for it, and this is Hestia.
Oh, does she have the same? Oh, it's the same thing. Okay. I didn't know that they had that. That's neat.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess I don't know. I guess the reason that we don't know that it has that is that this climax combo is not that great, and it's not worth.
Well, it's really good if you have an insanely good stock costed finisher to build up to, which Zhao did. It dumped all of the stock that it gained into this burn event that did a bajillion damage, and then played a finisher that was like burn 1, burn 3.
Yeah, Paru, you have I should definitely defer to you when talking about level 2 climax combos. You have like infinite more experience on that than I do.
Yes. I mean, I play a lot of the Alice and Sword Art right now. That
even that said,
insane.
Okay, so there is a card that maybe this was modeled off of, but even then, is this just a typo that 9 was typed in instead of 8, or something? Multiple things are going really weird here.
Okay, so let's start from the beginning. A 2/1 vanilla character is 8,500 power.
Yeah.
So right off the bat, we are 500 power over the vanilla stat line.
Yes. So you'd expect demerits from here on out, right?
Yes, but no. Instead, we have another effect to gain. Okay, so the first effect, as we discussed either in this episode or the last one, I don't remember. That first effect is worth 1,000 power. So, right?
If it's worth 1,000 power if you always got 2k on turn.
Oh, so is this 500?
It's supposed to be that on play you give up 500 to get 15.
Okay.
The only way that you get 2,000 power for the turn is if you attack on a field condition.
Oh, I see.
Like
so this should be 1,000,
like
right? This would be 1,000.
Okayu we said before.
Yeah.
I think this is actually worth like 750. It's worth some.
It's worth 1,000 power, dude. So, it's whatever. This card should be 7,500 power so far.
All right, go ahead. Yes.
And then the climax combo. I don't even. How the hell do you even? Kirito gains 9,000 power from 2k. This Hestia gains 75 from 3k. Clearly, these are like huge power gains. I have no idea what the climax combos actually costed at. It's probably 500 or 1,000.
I think it is. I think it's worth 500 with a field condition tacked on if you have another bell. So
I see.
Uh, this is people. I'm boring people to tears. This first Hestia effect, if you have another character with Bell in card name, uh, I believe that this is giving up 5,000 power to get back 7,500.
Okay.
Because two or more trait condition. If this had said if you have two or more other, that gets you like a 2 times multiplier return. We see that all the time. Of like you give up 500 to get back 1,000. That happens all the time.
Yeah.
Here, if you're only looking if you have one other field condition, one other bell, then you don't get a 2 times multiplier. You get a 1.5 times multiplier. So this is giving up 5,000 power to get back 7,500.
Mm-hmm.
So that puts us at 218k if we're like working backwards.
Yeah.
And then that means that this other climax combo that Bushiwa print is worth 500.
Okay. Sure.
So that means we would want to see this climax combo on the Lunar Rabbit Race and Inaba to have a field condition just like the Hestia, and then that makes this worth 500 power. So the templating of this card is like all over the place. How good is this?
I honestly wondered when I saw this card if he meant to have it base 2,000 on play gain 9,000 and just swapped the numbers around. That was the only way that this ever made sense in my mind.
That'd be interesting.
So it's definitely not balanced. It's extremely overspec.
Yeah.
It's on. That's Stock Soul, right? Yeah. Okay. It's like
Yeah.
it's like the Kirito or maybe the Hestia. I don't know
Mhm.
what she combos on.
I actually did not. I don't know what the Hestia combo was with either.
But
I don't know. What
I think this is
speak
pretty
to this.
good. If as
what
it's
is
worded.
it? Yeah. What's needed for you to put this in a deck? What do you need? You said
I
you
am
want something that.
playing this with the Pants level 1 combo, which can grab anything, including climaxes. Yeah.
And then your top end is a non-climax combo based, just something that dumps stock.
There's that option.
Anti-damage.
There's that option, or there's just playing 2 copies of the Stock Soul. Like how Sao does it.
Oh, right.
Yeah, they just play 2 copies of the Stock Soul because they play 6 Pants.
Sure.
So they can easily get it by level 1.
Okay. Well, that's an established model, and that was a lot of people think that was a good deck. So what are you rating this card?
As it is written, it's still worse than Kirito.
It is.
But Kirito's really good. So it's like worse than a really good card.
Okay.
Flavor? No, not really.
Talking about the moon.
There's no moons here.
Yeah.
She's a moon rabbit.
Next, this is a level 3 blue card. Goddess of Hell, Hecatia Lapis Lazuli. Okay. On play from hand or deck, you can pay 1 stock if you do search your deck for 1 copy of this and put it on the stage. Second ability is cancel burn 1.
This is she has like there's like 3 of her because she's like she can be in 3 different places at once.
Okay. Hecatia?
Yeah.
Sure.
So flavor's there.
I see.
Balance?
I'll note that this is unfortunately again not an anti-change counter, but I will again let that slide. I think this is 500 too small.
Yeah, this
based
seems
on
way too
some
small.
precedents. Cancel. I think what happened here was cancel burn is being overvalued. Cancel burn's only worth 500 power, and I'm gonna guess that
They doubled it.
yeah, the designer thought it was worth 1k. I have not had to deal with the problem that I've seen Miko Sora players have for Hollow Live of not having their targets in the deck.
We do have a shuffle back.
That is true.
Miko Sora also plays the shuffle back.
Yeah.
and tries to do it on a fresh deck.
Mm-hmm. The timing here, there's no way to get this out early, I don't
Not
think.
that
So
I'm aware of.
the timing to do this is pretty narrow. You go to level 3 and then you slam 3 of these down. And you hope that you didn't have to heal that turn.
Or try to
And you
kill
hope
your
that the dex
opponent.
gets right. Yeah.
Because, like, this isn't killing your opponent.
Mm-hmm. It's 4 stock to do triple of this. And then you can stack on another one of the cancel burn events that we saw in yellow.
You're right. You can play Arl for 1 less stock. Wait, 1 more stock. wait. Oh, good.
I don't know. I
Oh,
if I
wait
had
a
the energy
minute.
to
Wait a
decide to
minute,
succeed
Pattywagon. This is what you're building into with the stock soul
with the
combo.
stock soul combo.
You're playing 4 pants, 4 stock soul. And then you're playing this card and you're just stacking as many cancel burns onto it as you can.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think this card is worth exploring, but I'm not really excited about it.
Yeah, I think what I just said is like the craziest thing you can do with it.
Yeah. But I could be wrong. Okay. Next is a card. Yeah, go ahead.
Immortal Human. Should say Fujiwara. Says Fujiwars. No Mocha.
I think I played that game on the Nintendo.
This is another one of the immortal characters, like the Kaguya Shimakai that we saw before. This one's just on attack, clock 1, search a character.
Oh, is this on attack?
On play. On play, clock 1, search a character.
Because I like the on play. I am a fan of that profile. I know that it opens up so much room in your level 0 suite to have one of level 0s, which is cool and cute. It makes you feel clever when you're building a deck. So it's
if
cool to include it.
If your opponent leaves you a target for Yukari, play this turn 1 and get her down.
That is true. I know that Mushoku likes this card a lot. My experience though with this card is that I get okay. If you compare this to Ricky's, which also have a clock cost, even if your hand is like really sculpted, Ricky is always at least a +1. Here, this has very fast diminishing returns. That sometimes this card does nothing because the rest of your hand is already good, and then you feel like, why is this card in my hand? What is this card doing? So those are feels bad moments. So I don't. That said, this set doesn't have a Ricky. We already established that, so it's not like it's competing with something that does the job better. But
without
I still
a
like
Ricky,
this profile.
It's probably playable.
Yeah. In fact, you could go up to C or something. But I like it.
I had a big sneeze. I hope that didn't get recorded. And then balance. It's this card. Exists in like 10 different sets.
This next one's a real banger. Controller of Time, Sakuya Izayoi. So 1/1 with a startup. Discard 3 cards from your hand. Put the top card of your deck into your level. If your level is higher than the opponent's level, you may pay the cost. If you take another turn. This is
unplayable
nuts.
because you have to already be behind and then take another level.
Yeah. I don't think. I know people tried to make Konosuba's freeze event work.
I've died to that card before. just thought I'd put that out there.
But yeah, if somebody made this,
it's freeze on a character. It's cool. It's flavor. That's what she does.
Plus.
Yeah. Balance. Ooh, this is a question mark.
I don't know.
Who the hell? How do you balance that?
I do not know. I'm sure you could look into it of events being turned into characters, but
events being turned into characters is like a whole other beast.
Yeah, it's a can of worms.
We got Dream Trawler, Doremi Sweet. She is a 2500 backup, and you can pay for ditch one to rest a character in your opponent's stage. It's a tap counter. These are good.
Yeah.
Look at all that extra stock you have because of your race in level 2.
Yeah.
She's putting them to sleep. It's got flavor. It's just Amelia. Oh, no, that wasn't Amelia. It was like Priscilla. I don't know who the hell that is.
I don't know what the name of that. This is Overlord, you mean?
No,
Who
the
is this?
Overlord one was like Mare, right?
Right. Okay.
I was thinking of the ReZero one, the yellow
Right.
one.
ReZero. Yeah, that one was good too. Next is a pianist. Keywordist Lyrica
Prism River. Spelled
Prism
wrong.
River. Oh, okay. I thought that was intentional. It's a 2/1, 2K frontal to level 3 or higher. Rest this, look at top 2, put them back in any order.
It's for the Hatate. You can guarantee the top card of your deck is a soul trigger at level 2.
Yes, at level 2. Kimono Friends occasionally played this. To
What Kimono Friends
confirm,
card did this?
yeah, the Kimono Friends card. It was a level assist, so it was a little bit different. But you played that in order to confirm the top triggers were clean, and then you could attack with your coin flip second to reveal that the third card was clean, and then you'd attack a third time. So it gave you complete information on all 3 triggers when you use this startup because Kimono Friends had on reverse coin flips, which was uniquely powerful for that build when people ran it. The only reason that you played this is because I think we have a package that uses this card. I don't see any other reason to play this card.
Yeah. The package is, I think, fine, if I remember correctly.
Okay, that's fair. Maybe I should evaluate this in the context of the package. No, you can evaluate in the context of the package. I'll evaluate it as the context of its individual card. I think it's just a D+.
I think it's better than the Aya.
Oh, hold on. I was about to put plus on balance just because it looked reasonably balanced, but this is actually.
What do you got? What do you got for me?
Day I became a god card. Did I grab that? Yes. No, that's not it.
That's the early play.
Okay. This is the. So these 2 cards do the exact same thing.
Oh wow!
Our Touhou designer felt a little bit more strict and mean toward the keyboardist and just decided to make it smaller. Okay, so this should be a minus.
It gets a plus just because it interacts with like the sisters.
Sure, I buy that.
Please, if you're sending me cards, spell the names of the characters correctly.
At least when it's something that Paru cares about.
Yeah. I wouldn't even notice if I didn't, dude.
Exactly. I'm not noticing any of this. I just assume it's all intentional, so I'm fine with it. You can spell it however you want.
We got Headless Yokai, Seki Banki. Gains 1000 power for each other character. On attack, look at the top, put it on the top or in the waiting room. It's Millum.
Right. This was the standby target that we thought was bad, but we thankfully had another. We had an alternative, the hand-on core one.
No, they didn't. No. Are we thinking of? Oh, I see what you're saying. Never mind.
Right.
Yeah, we
Back
thought
when we were considering level 2 standby targets, we thought we'd have to resort to this one, but we don't. So the value of this is a lot less to me.
I still think we don't play it.
Yeah, I don't like these.
There's no flavor to this. I don't think she can like separate her head from her body. She's like a Dullahan. Balance. It's Millum.
Next, the violinist, Lunasa Prism River, a level 3. If you have the keyboardist, which was the 2/1 back row in your clock, this gets -1 level in hand. And then on play, pay 1 summon a level 3 we're about to get to the stage. This package was notoriously good in Love Live Sunshine, much less good in Gun Gale Online. I don't know how you want to evaluate this card.
I'm gonna peek at what the Merlin does. So it gives all other Prism River characters hexproof,
Mm-hmm.
and it's on attack heal. Okay. Okay, I'm seeing it now. Okay. Uh so this card summons a pretty good card.
Yeah, I think especially in the context of the whole package, I think this actually might work pretty well.
Mhm.
Um,
Flavor summons the sister if you have the sister. They all attack together. Sounds good. It summons a really good card. Really funny on this card is they've
yeah.
spelled the name of Merlin and Lunasa correctly, but the typo has been maintained in Lyrica's name in this card. It still says Prism River instead of Prism River.
Oh, I also like. Okay, while we're talking about things flavor-wise, when you put these three characters on the board, I think you're gonna. I don't know. This looks cool. You're gonna
Yeah,
have your
you
back
should
row.
have it should line up.
Yeah, yeah, it should line up. So that'll be cool.
I like that too. I did that on my Prism River trio card too. Actually, where if you play them all together, they line up.
Yeah, well done.
We got Fate. Wait, is this you or me? I don't even remember. This is
I don't
me.
remember. Go ahead.
This is Fate Sealer Sagame Kishin. On play, heal 1. When this attacks, if you have Lunar Invasion, I think it's a pants, so you can play 6 pants, 2 stock soul.
Mm.
Unfortunately, this is not a stock gated finisher. This is just like vanilla mocha.
No, in fact, I don't know what happened here in translating Mocha over to this card, but half of what Mocha does, I
We
think, was just
lost half the
left off, right?
paste. Yeah, we're losing the change your own deck.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any budget reason why that's the case. And I think strength-wise, that makes this card way worse.
Yeah, because half of the like benefit to Mocha is that you dig yourself
Yeah.
down to at least one climax and you're guaranteed to cancel on your next turn.
I think I'm still gonna.
No, dude, I think this is
No.
terrible. I think this is terrible.
Okay.
Minus. Yeah, that digs you back down to a D. I think if you like actually do the math.
All right, I'll accept getting punched. I've been thoroughly educated. Sealing your fate.
This is a weird character. Hang on.
The Magic the Gathering keyword for looking at the top card of the opponent's deck and keeping on top or getting rid of it is Fate Seal.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Also, this builds on the Paru Custom Corner Assassin's Creed lore of sealing your fate. So, for that reason, I'll give it a plus.
I'm gonna not give it a plus. This character's like power is like anything they say comes true, and so like they're like a mute because like that's been abused by themselves and other people.
Sure.
Next
we get this card. Really cool card. Level 3 Trumpetor, Merlin, Prism River. All the other characters with
right?
Prism River.
Trumpeter?
Yeah, probably. They all get hexproof, which is a cool effect. And it doesn't give itself hexproof. And then when this attacks, if you have 2 or more other Prism River card names, which is the other 2 cards in the package, reveal the top card of your deck. If the card is level 2 or higher character, heal.
Now, this is really cool until you realize that you have to specifically have 2 Lyricas out on the stage. Because that's the only one with the incorrectly spelled name. And that's what this effect asks you for. So wait, if we were to like look at this card as it is written, it's terrible.
Yeah.
We're making the executive decision to pretend that Prism River is spelled correctly in this card's second effect. Because it is spelled correctly in the first effect.
Yeah.
I think this card is really good. Your back row sets the it sets the trigger for you,
Yeah.
so you can like try to specifically dig into the level twos. And I mean,
Yes.
if you look at two cards and neither of them are level twos, you just attack with this last, and maybe you get it, maybe you don't.
Yes, that is true. That creates kind of funny, sort of funny anti-synergy in that this is the most important attacker, and yet this is the one that doesn't have hexproof on it.
Yes. If you have
Um,
two of this thing out though, then we
yeah.
start getting scary. Then we start seeing multiple heals a turn.
Yes. Yeah. And yeah, this could get out of control. It is, I think, slightly over budget. Global hexproof to name or trait is balanced the same way that global 500 power is balanced.
Oh, interesting.
Um,
So it's a minus 2,000 or something, right?
yeah, I'm gonna guess that the second effect is good enough that yeah, it'd be worth something like 1k power.
Sure.
Even like I'm not positive here because we've got this two or more other Prism River thing going on, and that is Bushy Road math wise that usually halves the power budget of a thing. But this is a really good effect. So yeah, tough to say. I'm not gonna say minus because I'm not confident, but I'm gonna guess this is slightly over spec. But I think this is really good. It's really good. It's great.
Sometimes level threes, right, that don't have like an actual level three on play
Mm-hmm.
effect.
Mm-hmm.
That one of those two effects could be like
Oh,
subsidized, as you
yes,
would say.
that is true. I think this is the subsidized effect. Like, I've got one example here.
Does this second effect exist on anything?
No, like Bushiroad does print on attack do something big as a major level 3 subsidized effect, like this a Project Diva card that basically on attack draws. You also saw this
Oh
on
yeah.
Charlotte. But as far as healing, and of course, Bushiroad prints Yo Burners, like on attack, top check burn. As far as heals go, I do not believe Bushiroad has ever printed that as a major level 3 subsidized effect. The farther it's gone is printed as a secondary effect um, that requires you to pay 2 stock when you hit. This does not require you to pay stock, so that makes this probably a subsidized effect and a good one.
As this card is, I think it's really good.
Yeah,
I think I would
I'm probably underselling it.
I think I would slam this package.
It is worth building around. This is worth. These are the first cards put into a list, and then you figure out a way to get there.
Yeah, I agree with that. You do probably want two of the Lyrica, so you do have a lot of like sculpting requirements here.
Yeah, and it doesn't help that the Lyrica doesn't do anything. Like
Well,
you'd be
I mean,
playing four of that back row,
it does try to
and
guarantee that you're like actually hitting this thing.
right, but it doesn't. The unfortunate comparison, of course, is to Rico, and every back row loses that comparison battle to Rico. But
Right.
the two
Well,
on
no one
Lyrica
can
is
beat
a dead
Rico.
end. It's a dead end sculpt. You sculpt for it, and then it does not lead you anywhere else.
Hmm.
You have no second phase. There's no second wind. So the power level of this package is getting there is leaning hard on the rest of the deck, whereas like the power of Sunshine's package, like the cards themselves got you there almost. Is a very long-winded way of saying it, but I like it. It's a good package. This is a hard card to rate.
So is
What do you
this
think?
next one.
Yeah.
It's a vanilla. We can skip it. It's funny because
Okay.
she's a vanilla and she doesn't have a real name and she doesn't
I
have any
see.
dialogue.
Okay. So it goes along with the other nameless card.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. Fine. I think this is you.
We got Phantom Hermit, Sega, Kaku. When this card is placed on stage, mill two. Oh God, stop! If there is a climax among those cards, this card's soul does not decrease by side attacking until end of turn. When it's reversed in battle, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's level 2 or higher, you may bounce it to hand.
You're not a fan of that Mill 2 effect.
No,
It's a staple.
I think this
It
is
is a
terrible.
staple
I
of
think this
design.
card is awful.
Yeah, I don't think it's very good.
I am not playing a level 1 in my deck that like never reverses anything, and then just to like maybe get it back to my hand. Like this isn't even like a good plus. It's like it's a cube card. I would only ever put this in a deck in cube.
Also, back to nerddom.
Oh no, and it's
Coin
not even
flips that go
balanced.
to coin flips that go to hand are more expensive than coin flips that rest. Coin flips that go to hand because they give you more flexibility in whether you want to commit that card back to the board or not. Cost 1k power, like this Fate's Day Night Lancer. Whereas coin flips that rest are the ones that cost 500 power. I thought I had one of those, but guess not. Okay, so anyway, this is over budget.
Terrible and overspec.
Yeah, that's a sad
Fantastic.
combination, huh? Next, Perfect Freeze Cerno,
Cherno.
level 1. Oh, Cherno. Sure.
Yeah, like cheater no, like chill no. Get it?
She
She's like
finds
an
it.
ice. Yeah.
She finds it really fun when she makes animals go to sleep and not wake up.
Yeah, she kills frogs for fun.
This card gets minus 5,000 power on stage. So it's printed 9k. That means on field it's a 4k.
Mm-hmm.
With 2 effects. On play, choose one of your opponent's characters. That character, until the end of the opponent's next turn, can't move. And the second effect is Twin Drive. It's
a really funny out to Mikey. Like if you're really worried about the Mikey finisher from Tokyo Revengers that checks for your character's powers and deck, this character just happens to directly counter that. I think it's balanced, right? I mean, the second effect is 500 and the last one is 1,000.
Right. The second effect is normally 500 because when Bushiroad wants to make this card, that effect good, the Twin Drive effect, Bushiroad usually tacks on field conditions to make it cheaper. But as written, this is not on budget because Twin Drive costs 1k if you don't have a field condition. And Stun costs also 1k.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, we've got this Kazuma that gives us this is the Rosetta Stone for stun effect that we.
Oh,
so we know
I'm glad
the
this
effect
card can be considered a Rosetta Stone. Vigorous assertion. I'm vigorously asserting that this card is terrible.
Yeah, I don't think
it's funny. It's flavor. She's got the 9.
Okay.
It's a guy. Can you believe it?
Ew. Gross. Let's get rid of this card quickly. What does it do, Paru?
Oh, is this me again? Fuck, I'm sorry. Alright, we got Artifact Collector, Rinnosuke Morchika. When this card is placed on stage from hand, choose a character. It gets 2,000 power for the turn. He is a bottom deck bomb. He is the Ruby anti-change bomb.
Yes, very similar to the Ruby bomb, but with some numbers changed, but I don't know why.
Okay.
Okay. This is this is my Rosetta Stone for bottom deck bomb.
Okay.
This
you chose this one, huh?
Yeah. No particular reason. So this Da Vinci, best girl. This tells us that bottom deck bomb is worth 2k power because a 1/1 with Twin Drive is a 6k. So
1/1 with the Soul Trigger is 6k.
Yes, sorry, I misspoke. Thank you. So bottom deck anti-change bomb is worth 2k budget. So on this card, therefore, we have I don't know what the best way to go about this. Sometimes you want to go forwards, and sometimes you want to reverse engineer and go backwards. But I don't know, whatever. Pumping power, the first effect, on play pump. This is just not worth the headache. Paru, do we just want to say I don't know. I don't want to explain. No. Okay. If you're not trait restricted in your pump assignment, then it's like a 1-for-1 exchange. -5 it's minus 500 budget to pump anything 500. It's minus 1k budget to pump anything 1k. It's just not worth even talking about this. Let's just say this is not balanced. Is this good? I like the Ruby anti-change bomb.
Yeah, I agree. It is like good for an Adachi.
Yeah, it was only really frustrating to put in decks because it was off color at level 1. But if this is on color, like this is great to help your level 1 combos get over while also removing a threat. So I like it.
He's like an antique store owner. I don't really. No, there's not really any flavor. Yeah,
that's fine. Am I next? Yes.
Yes.
This is 2/1 Poverty Goddess Shion Yorigami. On play, get plus X power where X is 1,000 times the number of other fantasy. And then also on play, pay 1 Fumio. Or pay 1 ditch 1 Fumio for 1 climax. So you decompress your opponent.
You have stock swap and Fumio.
Yeah, you do.
Must be broken.
That's a lot of stock. 5 stock?
Yeah.
For the stock swap Fumio combo, and then you're left over with a level 0 and a level 2 on your end game turn.
Amazing.
I don't know.
Flavor wise, she's bad luck. She's shuffling your climaxes back in.
I still think that having this in your deck is enough of a threat to the opponent that they have to play around it. So you don't even have to actually play it or even sculpt for it. You can just have it in your list.
It is nice that both the Fumio and the stock swap are the same color.
Sure, that's right.
So you get to play both very easily. Oh, look, we do have a 6k versus level 3s. We've got Good Fortune, Tay and Aba. When this card attacks, the character across is level 3 or higher. She gets 6,000 for the turn. And then it is an alarm start of main phase. You may pay 1, ditch 1, shuffle your waiting room into your deck. Now, this card's kind of neat. This is a Hololive card, right? Or
yeah, they have it on a level 1 bomb.
Oh, okay.
And it seems cool.
It's like neat that you can just like put this in your deck without even trying to play around that first effect.
Right.
And, like, it might just come up sometimes and be good.
Yeah. Yep. It is as a burden to put this in a deck. It's pretty low burden. It's pretty low footprint. It justifies the slot, I think, more than other cards might.
Flavor. She's a good luck rabbit. She gives you the good luck. She I don't know, man. Yeah, she gives you climaxes to cancel with. There you go.
229k. What is the reason for this being a vanilla? Is there any reason?
I don't think
so. Or did this person
really
like Cherno?
He just really wanted to put 9 on another Cherno card.
Oh, okay. Flavor. Got it.
Yeah, we can skip the vanilla. Holy moly.
This is a wall of text. I guess I'll go ahead and start reading. It's Ice Sign, Icicle Fall, level 1 event. Who is this character?
This is Cherno.
Oh, another Cherno card. Choose one of the following and perform it. You can clock yourself. If you do, check 5, add a fantasy trait character to hand. Or, if you don't want to clock yourself, you can instead discard Nameless Fairy Daiyose. I don't remember which vanilla that was.
That was the 3k level 0 vanilla. Okay.
You can discard the 3k vanilla. If you do, check 5, add 2. Okay, both these effects add 2.
Yeah, this is a 0 stock, clock yourself, +1.
I know that Serio Tenon from Burn 1 is a big fan of Ruby's version of this card. I have not had any experience playing with it or against it.
The Ruby one paid stock instead of clock, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
And that one was pay 2?
Yes. Which is a lot more
resources than clock 1.
Yes. Whereas this, you can always play it.
Yeah, I think
which probably makes it better.
I think this card's actually like pretty good, but it's also overspec.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What makes it overspec?
Well, paying 2 is more of a cost than clocking 1.
Okay. I see that. Yeah. All right. That probably tracks.
I think 1-0 clock yourself to +1. Like think about flames from.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
2 stock and 1 clock are not interchangeable in bushy math. I think you're right.
Flavor,
Discarding
not really.
itself is fine.
Yeah, whatever. Promos.
And then we have some promos.
We have con artist Joan Yorigami, not June. Don't call her June. When her battle opponent, or when she becomes reversed if the battle opponent's 0 lore, put that character into opponent's stock. If you do, it's a stock bomb for level 0s. And you can also put this card into your stock to give one of your characters 1,000 power.
Broken in standard.
Definitely causes some kind of crazy loop in standard.
Yeah, all these cards are broken in standard, so they're threatening. Does it do anything here? I'm not sure. Don't think so. I'm not offended by this card.
No, I think it's neat.
Yeah.
I don't know what deck plays it.
Right.
It seems
fine.
fine.
I don't know what the balance is. I didn't bother looking into all the other stock things, but I agree that it looks pretty reasonable that second effect might cost 1,000 power. So but it looks reasonable to me. I agree.
Flavor's good. She's like a pestilence god that kind of parades around as like a, wearing a bunch of fancy, nice clothes.
Nice. Yeah, I see the bling and her giving you stock.
Oh god, this one is just to. What does this card do, Alex?
I think what this card does really depends on how liberally you want to read it. So on play,
you can actually just ignore the first 2 effects. Fun fact.
Okay. Yeah, on play, rest this, then reverse it, and then climax phase, left rest this and stand it.
Oh, that's. What
and
the hell?
The last effect, on reverse, check 3, add 1, ditch 1. So my big question, Paru.
Yeah.
My big question is, does the first effect proc the last?
It specifically says in battle.
Yeah. Yeah. So that means this card just is a level 1 Rize, and
it's a level 1 on reverse Rize, and I think that on reverse Rize is like terrible.
Yeah. I mean, I might put them in a deck anyway, but I agree they're bad.
Balance. It's probably fine.
This is actually probably fine.
Yeah.
Bushiroad print it. We have given the approval.
This one's funny. It's expert in scaring Kogasa Tatara. This card should be like 5,500 power, not 6,500 power. 1/1 of the soul trigger is 6k, and I think this effect is worth 500 power.
Yeah, I think that this is over budget. Good enough to play?
Maybe.
You're a fan of Makoto Field Swap.
Oh, I was a fan of that card in like 2016. I don't know how playable this is. Like the Dao one and the 7 Deadly Sins one are good because they're like obnoxious. They're bombs, so your opponent has to deal with them.
The most important thing you could save is that super package with the musicians. That's the most valuable level 2 thing that you could really want to attack again is that package. Yeah. But
I don't think I'm playing this card out from hand. This is like something that I would only ever play with standby.
Right. I would want to play this if only that package didn't require you to already have other slots committed to those cards. If for some reason that awesome level 3 was playable at level 2 without the rest of the package, I think you would play this just to protect it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I agree, not worth it otherwise.
Flavor is good. She tries to like jump out and scare people, but she's really bad at it.
Nice,
because she's too cute.
Nice. So it's telegraphed. Understood. And this is level 0, Dancing Duo Satono and Mai. On attack, pump a fantasy character 15 and hand encore.
And the reminder text is not italicized, which means that it's part of the effect. Just in case you didn't know how encore worked.
I see.
Flavor or strength? Terrible. Terrible card.
Yeah.
Never play this.
Pretty good in cube though. because that's neither here nor there. Okay.
Flavor. They buffed
She is.
the Okina. I don't even remember if the set had an
I see.
Okina. It probably did. Well, that was Touhou Project.
Yeah.
We certainly reviewed all 104 cards or whatever it was.
I really look forward to the next set with the set code FRI.
FRI?
Yeah.
What's FRI?
Yeah, so we just reviewed Thursday's Touhou set, and tomorrow we're going to review Friday's set.
Oh my god, shut up. Okay. I've lost my train of thought. That is
close us out.
That's all we have for today. Thank you for watching. Make sure to check out PGH's other videos. Make sure to watch other Paru's Custom Corner stuff. Like, comment, and subscribe. Twitter links in the description. Pattywagon, do you have anything to say before we close out?
Check out WS Almanac. Maybe by the time this comes out, I'll have been bullied into adding more content onto there. But this was a lot of fun. Thank you, Paru.
Yeah,
Good
no
stuff.
problem. We'll link the almanac in the description for these videos. All right, peace out, everyone. See ya.